So what's goody, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Who's Mans. You already know what it is. And today I'm bringing y'all a little tip video. Now, the one thing that sucks about this is I had a video that I had recorded with it, like face cam recorded with it, that I did live, but the file corrupted. So that's gonna be a bit of an issue. So I'm gonna have to kind of like freestyle this. So basically, I found a couple plays in Titans Playbook, as you've seen there. The Titans Playbook, honestly, I'm gonna have to put that in top 5, man. It's really good. It's honestly, it might be up there with the Raiders Playbook. A lot of good plays, but as you see here, we're running this play here. I like this play against cover 2. I was just running random plays against cover 2. I was playing the computer on all Madden, and I noticed this play was just really working for me when cover 2 and cover 3 was coming up. Now, cover 3 match is a completely different story because cover 3 match plays differently than regular cover 3. Cover 3 match is kind of like the it's kind of the play that you would want to run against this play, but the pre-play adjustments for this is you want to put your tight end on a curl or a deep curl or an out route, a deep out route, and then put the put your circle wide receiver, I can't remember what it would be on Xbox, but put him on a drag and then motion out the left wide receiver, the farthest left wide receiver out. And ideally you want to run this on the hash. It doesn't matter if it's on the inner. Actually, you want to run it on the right hash, and if you flip it, the left hash. But here I should have ran it on the right hash. Now, what you're going to notice with cover 2, there's two things. If they're doing a cover 2 with cloud flats, the right here, the defense is in a nickel normal. And the only reason I did that is to bring Adams into the box, and he's going to be playing that nickel spot. And Adams is obviously one of the better safeties in the league, so he should be playing this really well, because that area where he's at is going to be the area of the field that you're going to be making your read. Now, you see you have your running back on a swing, you have the slot wide receiver on that wheel route, you have Taylor on that deep post, and then you have your drag coming across the middle. Now, what should happen is, if they're in a cloud flat, that wheel route should basically take this outside corner up the field, as well as Adams. The reason why it's going to take the wide receiver up the field, as you see, I threw that a bit late, but he should take him up the field just because he's the second vertical through that zone. And I remember, I think the zones are the same as last year. So if you had two verticals go through a flat zone, it would basically turn into like a match. So what I did there was I moved him out, because that's for sure one, and two, it would free up the flat even more for that drag. So that drag is an automatic. Now, when you have two of those players over there going up the field, it kind of turns into like a screen, almost like a makeshift screen. The reason you put the tight end on like a curl or an out route, preferably an out route, is if you've seen the two linebackers on the right side of the screen and the safety, is they kind of get sucked off to the right side of the field, leaving the middle of the field open. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to show it here, but if you look to the left side of the field there, when you throw that post route, you have to throw it the second he breaks. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little different depending on what the user is doing. So if the user is playing more of the post, then you're going to want to check down to that drag, because like I said, the post and that wheel route, it's dragging both of those guys up the field, because both the post and that wheel route is going up the field. And as you see, Delaney Walker takes the second middle linebackers. I'm pretty sure they run a 3-4. it takes that linebacker to the left side of the field because he wants to go with the drag. But then you have Delaney Walker kind of go through his zone as well. So he backs off of that drag. And because it's a soft zone, he's not following that drag. So he's going to hit the out route. Now, if they're playing hard flats, then you have another option of that wheel route because the post, they're basically going to stop closer. They're playing harder, and it leaves that out route also leaves Mosley in a weird position where he sort of guards it, but as soon as he breaks, now he has to pay attention to the right side of the field in that post. But like you see, there's a crap ton of area. That's probably what, 10-15 yards of space, and the reason you have to throw it right when he breaks is because when he breaks is when your tight end's gonna break. So Mosley is going to move over to the left side of that field, or where the post is, due to the post going into his zone. So you're gonna want to throw it the second he breaks. Now, like I said, it depends on what the user's doing. If you notice the user's cheating inside a little bit because he has the two other options on that side of the field, as I'm showing you, Lewis. If you throw it to Lewis about right there, if he catches it right there, Adams and that second corner is getting blocked. You also have a third corner to go up there and block that safety, which is why I like this concept. And if you throw it a little, if you throw it about there, you have that drag, and he can pick up an additional 5 yards. And I showed this. Now you see why I throw it right there, because you have tons of space. Now, if you throw this route and you notice that linebacker coming over, I would possession catch that because the fumbles are crazy this year, and you definitely have to be smart about your rack. You don't want to just keep running up the field. You definitely want to go down when you can and avoid as many big hits as possible, because Mosley is for sure going to big hit, especially if you play somebody who's using the Jets. Mosley's going to big hit every time, I noticed, and Adams is going to big hit every time. They're always in the middle of the field. So when you're throwing it across the middle, you definitely want to be possession catching. I didn't possession catch it here because I was being lazy. One, in this practice mode, nothing's on the line. It was just to show you that you do have a nice little window. And the thing that I like about Madden 20 in the windups is you have to anticipate throws. And when you anticipate throws, I noticed too, for me as well, it's a little harder to figure out, like, okay, well, I don't know exactly what's going on because nobody broke yet, and he's throwing this football to the middle of the field. You know what I mean? He has to react with, where I'm throwing it. But by that time, it's a little too late. I mean, it's just like real football. It's too late. By that time, the ball's already out and halfway up the field, and I've already thrown it in that soft spot of the zone, which is basically what you want to do. You want to lead it and throw it in the soft spot of the zone. He already broke. You can't react faster than somebody who's already reacted and know what's going on. But that's the reason why I like this play, is because there's so many options. Cover 2 is just definitely the easiest of the two to complete more passes. So if you have a heavy blitz, you definitely want to dump off to the running back, because like I said, they're going to have less players up the field, and you're going to have more people to be able to block for you. I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed 5 yards. Nothing's guaranteed in this game, but it's a solid 5 yards a majority of the time. I'm going to say 8 out of 10 times you have 5 yards. And as you see here, 5 yards, I get big hit. Now, if you have a shifty running back, you're going to be able to make that safety miss, or whoever's in the corner in the slot miss. You're going to be able to have a miss, especially if they're blitzing. If they blitz, that guy is not there, and you really have you have 3 receivers to the 2 people on that side of the field if they're blitzing. Now, like I said, if they're playing a hard flat, you will have the drag once he gets to the other side of the field, because he's against a linebacker. He's going against a linebacker, and matchups are key in this game. Now, if you have a wide receiver who is very athletic against a linebacker, key. That's definitely key. And I would for sure, if you notice that your opponent is blitzing them out, I would also, you can, if they're blitzing, you can put that tight end on a blocking assignment. It's just nice to have him on an out route or a curl because it occupies some of those linebackers, but they're not going to be coming across the field like that. So unless they're in a match concept, which is why I say match is a little harder. If they're going to be in match, I would for sure try to have a route that goes across to the other side. So you're going to be doing more crossing routes. Now I'm going to skip to the end of the play, or to a different part. As you see, this is cover 3 match, and you see that they stick to everything a little bit different because everything is just, it's match plays more like man. So they have one deep safety, one high safety, and everything else kind of plays like man, because it just lines up right. So you have the only route that is not accounted for is your running back. This is something that I didn't even notice when I was running the play before, but the only route that you don't have accounted for is your running back. So what you could do, if you know that they're running cover 3 match a lot and you really want to run this play, you could have your running back keep that running back on that swing route. Or if you have the extra route tree, you can try and put them on a table route, which will, it's a little bit better route. And I would actually have your outside wide receiver on the right run a route a little higher, so maybe a slant to get him further away from that line of scrimmage, and it'll give your running back more space to catch the ball and go upfield. Because if you see that Adams is taking up that why am I blanking? Goodness gracious. He's taking up the drag route. And I was testing here. I was labbing, honestly. So right here, I was labbing this one. I was just seeing what would happen if you had him go across the field. You have a slight window of space to throw it to the running back because the two linebackers there are the linebacker in the corner on the other side of the field are occupied by your tight end who's running. So you could either throw him on a streak or put him on an out route. Another good route to do, like I said, is this out route by the running back, and you have like a tiny window to throw it to your running back. I would lead him up the field as well because it'll give him a solid about 5 yards. You lead him up the field, but you got to throw it kind of early right there. But that's why I say cover 3 match is not really the way to go. But cover 3 is definitely going to be playing different, and it's definitely nice to run against cover 2. Now I'm gonna skip to near the end because I showed you basically what it is you're gonna be wanting to run it against. But anyway, if you do like this, if you want more tips, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. I don't do a lot of tips, but I will upload more tips if you guys want. It's actually kind of fun. It's gonna help me lab more, and I haven't uploaded any gameplays as of yet because for some reason my modem at home has just been screwing up. So I'm getting I had to get a new Ethernet cord where my setup is. I just didn't have enough space I didn't have enough Ethernet cord to run it from my computer or my PlayStation to the the wall. So I'm getting that today actually. So, but once I do that, I'll be uploading more online games, MUT, and regular teams. And then, like I said, I have my Face of the Franchise. I have a couple of episodes that I'm editing. I want to always have like a couple episodes ahead before I start uploading. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned, man. I'm gonna be coming out with some more videos. But anyway, thank you for watching. It's Who's Mans. Go ahead and like the video and sub. Hit that bell. Look, I don't got a lot of subs, but We on the road to 100 subs. It's not a lot. Let me at least see 10 likes on this video, man. Let me see 10. That'd be cool. But anyway, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have fun with this play. Let me know if y'all like this play and this playbook. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.